Hello student, this is the video of second chapter from class 7 and the chapter name is The Kings and Kingdoms. In this chapter we will read about the rises of new kings and their kingdoms. The period from 700 to 1200 AD is known as the early medieval period in the Indian history. The early medieval period in India is marked by the rise of small states in India, both in North India and South India. North India was divided into a large number of Rajput states, while South India was ruled by different dynasties of the Palwas, the Cholas, and the Rajputas, etc. The division of India into a large number of small states had given an evil effect on society, economy, and culture. And these smaller kingdoms were always fighting with one another to prove their supremacy. These weakened the country so much and given the way to the foreigner invaders who came to India and established their power and occupied this country. For example, the Arabs, the Turks, the Mongols, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the English, and the French came to India and exploited the country. Next point, political developments from 700 to 1200 AD. During these 5 centuries, there was a much political changes in India. One state fighting with the another, and with the result, the foreigner invaders made their way in India. So we will read rise and fall of some of the royal dynasties during this period. First dynasty was the Gurjar Pratihars. Nagbhat was the first great ruler of this dynasty. He even defeated the Arabs of Sindh. The Pratihars ruled over Avanti and parts of southern Rajasthan in beginning of the 8th century. Mihir Bhoj was the most powerful ruler of this dynasty. Mihir was also known as Raja Bhoj. He even conquered Kannauj and he was worshipper of Vishnu and took the title of Adivara. He was succeeded by his son Mahendrapal I. During the reign of Mahendrapal, Pratihar kingdom stretched from Himalayas in the north to the Vindhyas in the south and from Bengal in the east to Gujarat in the west. The successor of Mahendrapal were very weak and could not keep the large kingdom intact. That time Mahmud of Ghazni invaded Kannauj and his invasion gave a severe blow to this kingdom. The Pratihars were patrons of art, crafts and learning. Raja Munj was a gifted poet, while Raja Bhoj had written many books on various subjects like medicine, astronomy, grammar, religion, architecture, etc. Next dynasty was the Palas of Bengal and Bihar. The Palas ruled over Bengal and Bihar for almost 4 centuries. Gopal Pal was the founder of Pal dynasty and he was a great ruler. Next, Dharmapal and Devpal were great ruler of this dynasty also. Dharmapal was a great warrior and he was a Buddhist and founded the famous monastery of Vikramshila. He was succeeded by his son Devpal. Devpal was also an able ruler and he was a patron of learning and was a great builder. He built the famous Mahabodhi temple at Bodh Gaya. His successors were very weak rulers, so his kingdom passed on the Muslim toward the end of the 12th centuries. The Palas were great patrons of art, architecture and literature. The famous Buddhist monastery at Vikramshila, second only to Nalanda, is fame had been founded by Dharmpal. Nalanda also became famous all over the world during their reign. Next dynasty was the Rajputas. Dantimarvan was the founder of Rajputa dynasty and he was also known as Dantidurg. The Rajputas belonging to the Deccan. They came to power after the fall of the Chalukyas of Badami in Deccan. Dantidurg rose to power in 753 in modern Maharashtra. Krishna I, Govind III, Amogh Vars and Indra III were some other great rulers of this dynasty. The Rajputas were patrons of art and learning. King Krishna first built the rock-cut Kailash temple at Ellora. King Amogh Vars was a great scholar. These kings maintained the trade relation with foreign countries. Hinduism was the most popular religion. They patronized Saivism and Vaishnavism, and also encouraged Jainism, Buddhism and Islam. Next point is tripartite struggle for Kannauj. The tripartite struggle for control of northern India took place in the 9th century. Kannauj was one of the capital of Hers. To capture it meant the control of the Ganga valley. So there was a struggle among the three powers, the Palas, the Pratiharas and the Rajputas, for the control of Kannauj for about a century. And this struggle was fought between three powerful dynasties. So this is the name of this struggle is tripartite struggle. Next point we will discuss on second lecture. Okay.